Modern dating has become delusional.
I don't give an F. I want my man to be pulling 500K.
All right.
I don't give a f. R. Kelly did make a song, I Believe I Can Fly, but he's in jail now, so. He mentioned R. Kelly in his video.
We need to talk.
Kanye West is crashing and burning now. He's delusional as hell.
I just told you who I thought I was. A god!
Donald Trump being delusional for 1 minute straight.
President of the United States.
I want to build a wall.
I know nothing about Russia.
I love babies.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
What?
You not heard that before.
What?
When I say, are we okay? I'm like genuinely asking this question because I don't think that we are.
No, I don't think that we're okay either. Today, we're going to be reacting to Courtney Ryan's channel, a video titled, Nobody Thinks They're Average. Modern dating has become delusional. I'm laughing before we even watch the video. It's kind of clickbaity, but you know, they keep you poor. Like you see all these clickbaity titles on YouTube, but it's true. I feel like with marketing and social media, you always just see the best of everybody's feed. And so expectations of what's like possible and what's like a reality is very, very skewed. Let's see how delusional people are.
Today, we're going to be talking about the fact that nobody thinks they're average, or most people do not think that they are average. Is this confidence or is this delusion?
It's a good question because I think it is delusion, but one way that I've gotten through life is being like, always thinking like I'm the anomaly. There's only X amount of people that are going to get hired by Google, only X amount of people that can do this thing well. And usually I'm like, yeah, that's me. I think most successful people are somewhat delusional. You can't be practical when you're going after big goals.
So now let me read some of the comments to you. LOL, okay, but these are based on averages and I'm not looking for an average man. I don't give an F. I want my man to be pulling 500K.
All right.
I don't give a f. I want my man to be pulling $500,000 a year. Once again, possible, depending on how attractive you are and where you sit on the socioeconomic ladder. I mean, R. Kelly did make a song, I Believe I Can Fly, but he's in jail now, so I don't know. Thinking you're above average gets you sometimes. He mentioned R. Kelly in his video.
We need to talk.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It was just... Anyway, all right, let's get back to the video before I go off on a side tangent here.
It's funny all the people in here with their personal stories of making six figures, like that changes the average percent. Happy hunting. I actually really liked this comment and I think it accurately represents what was going on in the comments. Everyone was, you know, saying that they know someone who makes 600K or 200K, so they assume that's the average.
I've been in that situation because I'm in tech and all my friends are in tech. Everybody that I've texted today, or I'm talking to today, like I plan to talk to today, makes six figures. But they all work for like Amazon, Google, or they're entrepreneurs. My worldview is a little different. I could see how someone could be delusional and think that, oh, all people make this money.
I know one person that makes six figures, and it's you. Who you surround yourself with has an influence on what you think.
No one can survive with less than 70K. Let's be very for real. Are we okay? If you can't survive on 70K, you have a spending problem. I understand that prices have increased, rent's gone up, groceries have gone up, but $70,000 would change a lot of people's lives. When I say, are we okay? I'm like genuinely asking this question because I don't think that we are.
No, I don't think that we're okay either. If you graduate and you move to New York and you get an expensive apartment and you get a car, you're done. Like you don't even have a chance to even think about saving at all. And if you have any credit card debt, you're done. Every month you owe $2,000 plus for your house. And we've done a ton of housing videos. Everybody's rent is above that. If the average rent is $1,500 to $3,000 or whatever, and everybody makes under six figures, holy shit, like you're already in a deficit. To her point, I don't think we're okay based on the fact that because most people, most Americans aren't financially astute, and I was in that category and I'm still learning how to be, you know, like how to save, even though, you know, I make decent money. Once you get on that treadmill, it's hard to get off.
I found this funny thing that I wanted to read to you guys because it's on the topic of what we're discussing today. It says, on a scale of 1 to 10, you probably think you're a 7 and you wouldn't be alone. While it's impossible for most people to be above average for a specific quality, people think that they are better than most people in many areas, from charitable behavior to work performance. The phenomenon known as illusory superiority is so stubbornly persistent that psychologists would be surprised if it didn't show up in their studies, says David Dunning, a psychologist at Cornell who has studied the effect for decades. It happens for many reasons. Others are too polite to say what they really think, and competent people lack the skills to assess their abilities accurately, and such self-delusions can actually protect people's mental health. Dunning told Live Science.
So she was referring to the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Let me explain what that is. The Dunning-Kruger Effect is a cognitive bias where people with low ability, expertise, or experience regarding a certain type of task or area of knowledge tend to overestimate their ability or knowledge. Some researchers also include in their definition the opposite effect of high performance, their tendency to underestimate their skills. Since its first publication, various criticisms of the effect and its explanation have been made. It's a cognitive bias, sure. People who are financially smart about money realize like the cost of things. Like, oh, like I could pay for a marketing campaign, or I could, pay my house off a little bit earlier, or that card note's too high because I won't have the ability to be able to save or invest in my ETF or something along those lines, right? People who aren't as financially savvy think they got all the money in the world. Applies to money, applies to their abilities to be able to make money, etc. And I think that's what she's really honing in on here.
The truth is that most of us are average. That's why it's the average. It's also very possible to be average in most areas of your life and excel in other ones. So the question is, does being delusional make us more confident or more capable? There's a trend going around telling people to be delusional, and people are taking it very seriously, and they're being delusional.
Yes, I think you need to be delusional as a cognitive tool to get as far in life as you can possibly get. The examples of delusional success, like a Donald Trump per se, is what's typically touted, but you don't see all the people that crashed and burned. Kanye West is crashing and burning now. He's delusional as hell.
I just told you who I thought I was, a god.
I don't think there's an objective answer. I think it's more subjective on where you want to be on the scale. Overconfidence in yourself is a tool, but not necessarily the way that you want to live, because you can overcompensate or be overly delusional and your life up.
While I do think that your mindset is really important, your thoughts do have an impact on the way that you live your life and the things that you achieve, it doesn't solve everything. There is no magic pill or magic spell that will send a fraction of a percent man who is over 6 feet, making $1 million a year, knocking on your front door. Being straight up delusional, ignoring statistics, and constantly thinking that you are the exception to the rule is a completely different story.
Yeah, I agree. You and I were talking about delusion from the perspective of how to use it as a tool. If you're just delusional, a lot of people out here be tripping. They be delusional like on like another level. If you're 5'5" and you make like 50 grand, like you're not dating a Victoria's Secret model. She's gonna go with the Chad with the square jaw and the $5 million Malibu mansion. It just is what it is. A little bit too real.
I mean, you're being honest.
All right, so random takeaway. We're going to end with Donald Trump being delusional for 1 minute straight. And then I'm going to close out with some comments.
I am officially running for President of the United States.
I love the Mexican people and their spirit, but the country of Mexico is killing us. I want to build a wall. Who's number one with Hispanics? Trump.
Wait, time out. You're talking shit about building a wall, and then you're like, who's number one with Hispanics? Like, not you, bro. Like, this is delusion. All right. And Donald Trump did become president. So I guess at some point you got to be delusional.
I have such respect for women.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals.
You brag that you have sexually assaulted women. Do you understand that?
No, I didn't say that at all. I don't think you understood what was said. This was locker room talk.
What?
Have you not heard that before?
What? I didn't say that, but it was locker room talk. It's like, no, you just said that you said it.
Is there anybody you'd like to apologize to right now yourself?
No.
No?
I think I would probably get along very well with Putin.
I know nothing about Russia.
I don't throw babies out, believe me. I love babies.
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
All right, guys, I think we end there. Case in point, America's delusional. Do you need to be delusional in order to be successful? The answer is yes, but consciously. Meaning that you're delusional in going after your goals and your dreams, but not delusional to the point where reality doesn't exist anymore. Another takeaway, social media in general has definitely put our expectations are super high, but we don't know how much stuff really costs. And all these advertisers, all these social media platforms are really selling you an image that you really can't afford. The only way to combat that is to become more financially aware of how much things actually cost and to live amongst your means. Last takeaway, damn, we're f***ed. Like, we're gonna have to change something. People don't make a lot of money. The rent's too damn high, and a lot of people are in debt, and then they don't make the income required to pay down that debt and eventually pay it off. It's gonna be a never-ending perpetual cycle if people don't get financially educated and be less delusional as relates to their finances. Do you think Americans are delusional? Are you delusional? What effect has it had on your career? And are you happy? Leave a comment below. Would love to hear what you guys think. If you like content like this, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.